My name is Nicholas. At least, that much I can remember. But just in case, I have it written across my arm in ink. I don't know where I am exactly, or how I got here. It's something of an abandoned trailer park. Empty cans of alcohol, shattered windows, bits and pieces of trash are scattered everywhere. And the smell, everywhere I go, it stinks of rotten meat. I don't know why I'm here in the first place. I can't remember what I was doing 10 minutes ago. The more I try to think of it, it just makes my head hurt even worse. I can feel a sticky liquid when I touch the back of my head. I'm hoping that isn't what I think it is. It's blood, isn't it? It's my blood. Yes, that's right. I must have been struck in the head. Maybe that could explain my amnesia. But what kind of idiot would crack open my skull and leave me out there to bleed to death? My entire body feels cold, even when the sun is beating on me. It's not a good sign. I've probably lost a lot of blood. I need to find someone who could help me. It's very quiet. I'm trying to look around, but it seems like there's nobody here at the moment. I say at the moment because there is evidence of other human life. There's footprints in the soil. I have no clue if they're fresh, but it makes me a bit relieved. I begin to follow these footprints, and I've noticed there's a lot more. They're scattered, running across this empty trailer park. Shh, shh, shh. I think I can hear something. Something. It's coming from one of the trailers nearby. I'm trying to inch closer to see what it was. The stench is stronger than before. It's almost unbearable. I don't know what is waiting at the end of this trail, but I have to keep going. I must know if there are others out there. The sound is coming from a large trailer. For some odd reason, it looks somewhat familiar. The door has been broken from its hinges. It just swings, making a slight creak. I decided to look around, and it seems to be vacant like all the others. Shit! What was that? That was just nearby. I heard it from that. It was inside that closet. I'll just take a look. Just rip it off quickly. In 3, 2, 1. It's just rats. Those damn rodents. Before I shut the closet, something else had caught my eye. It wasn't just rats in there. They were eating something. I opened the closet door once again, and I can see they were feeding on a corpse. I can't tell whether it was an animal or was it human. Its mangled body is beyond recognition. It's covered in deep cuts and 2 large gashes across its chest. This wasn't some type of mauling caused by a bear. These gashes, they're handprints all over. These were definitely inflicted by another human being. What kind of person would do this? Would kill with their bare hands? And in the next room, I can hear whispering. If I walk into that room, I don't know what I would find. Could it be the killer was still there, waiting for his next victim to approach him? Would I end up just like this thing, creeping up to the door? I shudder at the thought of what this monster would look like, and I was terribly mistaken. Walking into this room, there sat a little girl sitting in front of a broken mirror. She was weeping. She had traces of blood on her jet black hair, on her clothes, and on her face. She looked more afraid of me. And then she spoke quietly.
Nicholas?
Who is this girl? And why does she know my name? What the hell is going on? I tried to ask her what had happened. My words sounded guttural. She pointed at me, and then she motioned towards the mirror behind her. At that moment, everything made sense. I remember what had happened earlier these past few weeks. A little scare on the news of an outbreak, an incurable disease or something like that. I remember when people began to evacuate the city. We couldn't afford to move. It was just me, my mother, and my little sister. Dad had just passed away last summer. My girlfriend Amy, she had convinced me that this wasn't a lie. The outbreak was real, and her parents were already infected. She needed a place to stay, but Mother never liked the thought of it. She hated Amy. Amy grew sick. She must have contracted a disease, and she was dying. I wanted to be with her to the very end. I remember being so angry at my mother. We had a big fight, but I can't remember what it was about. And that's when Why in the world would I do that to her? I'm the one who shoved her into the closet. And then I ran away. I ran as far as I could. And I remember getting struck in the head by a large man holding a shovel. I figured out where the smell is coming from, and the dry blood under my fingernails. As I look in the mirror, all I can see is myself. And I am a zombie. I staggered, walking away from this girl because I couldn't let another person fall victim to my own brutality. I had to resist any violent urges. I was not going to hurt my little sister. She was the only living relative I had. The moment I had tried to leave the trailer, there were other voices that could be heard outside. There were 3 or 4 men with flashlights. I expected they were armed with guns, and they were heading towards my direction. My sister immediately ran. No, she didn't run away, but towards me. She tugged at my shirt and pleaded I should hide. That the others are coming. Hide where? I questioned to myself. Where would you expect to hide a dead body? Then the gruesome thought crossed my mind. I sat in the cramped closet where her body lays. The smell was god-awful, and I couldn't manage to look at her mangled form. The men were walking into the trailer, and my sister whispered,
Play dead.
Ironically, I am dead, and now I lay there, next to my mother's corpse, staring into her dark eye sockets. I close my eyes, hoping this will all be over soon. I can hear nothing but footsteps outside, and the conversation between them. My sister tried to avoid mentioning me. She warned them about the closet, but they insisted on taking a look. I lay there, perfectly still, and the closet door creaks open.